We've tapped into Simon Carr, who is the co-host of Fusion TV's Soccer Gods. And Simon, thank you so much for joining us and helping us understand a little bit more about how things are going today. A lot of people never thought that the United States would be in a position to be where they are today.
Morning, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm down in Rio. It's absolutely beautiful down here. Everybody's pumped. The U.S. fans are out in force already. I just had breakfast at a very well-known American fast food outlet, just to get myself in the mood. And like, nobody thought that, I'm not going to say which one, nobody thought that the US would get out of this group, the group of death. Three other very tough teams in Portugal with Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably the world's best player, Ghana, one of the US bogey teams, and of course Germany, who are a pedigree team in the World Cup, historically speaking. So the fact that the US are even in this position is a fantastic achievement. Hopefully, they only need a draw today to ensure qualification for the knockout stages. They can actually lose, depending on what happens in the other game, and still go through. But fingers crossed, they'll get the point that they need, or even the win, and get through to the knockout stage, which, like I say, would be an incredible achievement.
Can I ask you this? First of all, what's the mood like down there? We were told that U.S. ticket buyers are the largest contingent in Brazil. Are they already going nuts down there?
Yeah, that's right. Outside of, obviously, Brazilians, the U.S. have sold the most number of tickets. There are thousands here in Rio. There'll be plenty in Natal. There'll be plenty in Fortaleza. You know, they're all over the country, and the mood is great. Everybody's really excited and pumped up for the game. They have been for the last two games. I'll be going down to the Fan Fest on Copacabana Beach to blog the game on our website.
Oh, it's a rough life you've got there, buddy.
Yeah, it's a tough gig, you know. Someone's got to do it. We do the show every night from a little set right live on Copacabana Beach. I'd complain, but nobody really listens.
No. So lay out the storylines here, because these two teams have some interesting storylines that will be explored as they go. And for example, the coach for the American team used to be a player on the German team.
Well, you're right. Jurgen Klinsmann is a legend of a player, actually. He's won the World Cup. He won the European Championships with Germany. The interesting thing for me is that in 2006, he was coach of the German national team, and his assistant was Jogi Löw, who is now the coach of the German national team. They're old friends. They go back a long way. They both were credited with updating and revolutionizing German football, which was in a little bit of the doldrums in the early 2000s. They brought a new style of attacking football and really sort of instilled some pride back in the German national team.
Yeah.
And so that sort of relationship between the two of them, they've both said that all that is put to one side today, of course. I have a sneaking suspicion both sides will settle for a draw. I have a sneaking suspicion that might be the result today. The interesting thing for me as well, a little side note for you, is that in the other game, Portugal and Ghana, rumours are coming out today, just this morning they're breaking, that two of the key players for the Ghanaians have been thrown out of the roster over an argument over cash bonuses. The team had even threatened to refuse to play today unless their cash bonuses up front. So that could help the USA, because obviously if that game is a little bit of a dud, then obviously those two teams can't go through. So fingers crossed. But like you say, the relationship between Klinsmann and Jogi Löw is quite interesting.
Yeah, and actually,
let's not forget that there's a lot of there's a lot of German-born U.S. guys in the U.S. roster, born in military bases and stuff overseas. So there's six of them. So it's quite an interesting kind of mix of talent.
Our guest is Simon Carr. He's the co-host of Fusion TV's Soccer Gods. He's live in Brazil right now. We're talking about today's big match that starts in, just about 4.5 hours, excuse me. And Simon, a lot of people I have seen say that Germany might not give it their all today because they don't need the win, and you got to conserve your energy for the whole World Cup marathon that they're about to go through. But is there too much pride here? You talk about the relationship with the two coaches, the fact that our head coach Klinsmann is a German, and there's a lot of pride on the line there. And also, let's face it, I mean, we beat Germany in World War I and World War II, so they'd like a little payback.
There is a little bit of that. I mean, Germany did beat the US in 2006, if I recall correctly. 2010. So there is a little bit of that. I don't think the Germans know how to play for a draw, in the sense that this is a team that they're supposed to beat, and they will get some criticism if they don't beat the USA back home. So I don't think so. They may well rest some of their key players, because like you say, the chances are that they're going to go through. But I think I think they'll go for the win, but don't be surprised if there's a draw. Just one other thing, you mentioned kickoff time. It's 12 o'clock Eastern, and Jurgen Klinsmann yesterday tweeted out an open letter to everybody in the States that basically said, print this off, put your name on it, give it to your boss because we need your support. And I thought that was a really nice touch.
Yeah.
And really just embraces, there's a big truck going past, just embraces how much the team appreciate all the support they've got. You know, we've seen record ratings on the television and online for the streams. And I think, you know, that was a really nice touch by Jurgen just to say, hey, guys, take a long lunch.
Very, yeah, well, a lot of people are here in D.C., you can be sure. Okay, look, just very quickly, just a moment or two left. I want to know, do you think that the U.S. players have some sense how big this thing is blown up back home?
Yeah, I spoke to Carl Beckerman a couple of days ago, and obviously they're seeing the pictures, they're seeing all the news footage of, you know, fans all over the country going nuts, you know, from coast to coast. So I think they do. I think they'll get a better idea when they get back and they see the reception that they get when they arrive back in the airport. By contrast, the England team arrived back in England yesterday, and there was no one there.
Yeah.
So,
sorry about that.
They do know.
Well, listen, Simon, excellent stuff. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy morning to be with us here on Mornings on the Mall. Greatly appreciate it.